Hello, welcome to the new channel. I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna try out a new channel just a channel where I can because I make a lot of those videos where I just talk. But I'm gonna try out just like putting these on this new channel. Maybe not forever, but for now, I'm gonna just try it out. Just because I want to dedicate this to just like talking because I've realized I enjoy talking. I enjoy talking about a lot of things. And like there's gonna be no structure to this. It's really just gonna be me rambling about whatever's on my mind. Because I have a lot on my mind. Um, but I wanted to talk. I did have something on my mind today. Which is I have I I'm a big proponent of authenticity, of showing your just being true to yourself. And I've been I notice a lot when I'm not being authentic, and that really frustrates me. It really frustrates me when I'm not being authentic, when I'm not being myself, because it feels like I'm letting myself down when I'm not, when I'm just not being myself. I feel like and then I tend to project those feelings onto other people, and I feel like I feel like I'm letting other people down when I'm like, when I know I'm not being myself, and I feel ashamed of being somebody who I'm not. And so it's just because I've been if you watched my video a couple weeks back about my birthday, it's like I wanted to practice being more self-compassionate. Um, it's really hard. I've noticed how critical I am because I've noticed how critical I am of myself. I've noticed how like just kind of like taking a step back and realizing like, oh wow, why am I so mean? I am really mean to myself. Like I never noticed how just like I am of myself, and not I obviously like constructive criticism, like self-analyzing yourself is important, but I just realized like, man, I am like really I am why am I so awful to myself? I'm really just like uh, yeah, I don't know. I cuz I do realize like, for my birthday when I just when I just did stuff that I enjoyed, I realized like, oh, when I start treating myself like a friend, when I start like being nice to myself, like, and obviously life isn't all about pleasure and whatnot, but I realized like, oh, and I think a lot of why I'm so hard on myself comes from, and this is another thing I wanted to touch on, is there I I've always felt this pressure because there are these societal expectations, external expectations of like, oh, you should be doing this, you should be acting this way, you should be achieving this like constant need to like always be productive, this constant need to always be achieving something. It's like this constant chasing feeling where like, and that makes me feel like I'm never good enough. It makes me feel like I'm never doing enough, and that's why I struggle so much with being authentic, because I'm like, oh well, I should be acting this way, I should like be more mature, I should be so serious, I should be doing this, and it just makes me fucking miserable. it just makes me so miserable because I'm always getting caught up in like, I don't know, like comparing myself to others and being like, but then I'm not comfortable in my own skin and I'm just fucking miserable. And I've been struggling with that recently and I don't know why. I've been getting so caught up in like, oh God, like, I've been feeling really insecure lately about like, fuck, I should be like, and this happens. It comes and goes. This is why I'm not that worried about it, because it comes and goes about like, oh, I should be more like I don't know, like I can't even come up with an answer. Like that's the thing is like I don't even know what it is like I'm insecure about. I'm just like, fuck. Like I feel like everyone's better than me, and it's like I feel like I'm less than everyone else. Yeah, and I don't know, I've been having a lot of anxiety about that recently where it's like, and not that people are like directly putting these like expectations on me, but I feel like I tend to like project those feelings onto others, but it's like, I guess it is. I mean, if it is external, I guess it is other people, but no one directly is doing that. Maybe a few people, but like, I always just feel like this like pressure to like be doing something, to always be. And if I'm not doing something, then that like makes me feel bad. It makes me feel like guilty and like yeah, and because that's the whole thing about like self-worth. You know, I feel like so many of us attach our own self-worth to like productivity and like, you know, our achievements. And you know, it is good. Yeah, like it is good to be productive. It is good to be like doing something that like, oh, if you're passionate about something, yeah, because like life is not all about pleasure, but like if like, because this is what I've struggled with, and I can't speak for other people, but like this is what I've struggled with is like when I'm not doing something, I have a hard time relaxing. I have a hard time just like doing nothing because I don't know. I feel like I should always be doing, like I should like, but then I end up just overthinking and I just end up like not doing anything because I'm just too busy overthinking about like, oh God, I should be doing this. And then I just like, it's this constant cycle of just misery and just like depression I fall into of like, I'm just like, man, when I'm trying to like when I'm trying to like, I guess it's just like the trying to like fit in with other people. I guess just to like, I don't know. It makes me so miserable. I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm not happy doing it. But then it's like, but then there's a part of me. It's like, I feel this guilt if I'm like, am I being selfish if I'm just doing things that I want to do? Am I being selfish? I don't know. It's like, and there has been some people in my life that like, and this does get on my, this does kind of like frustrate me when I don't know. I get into these really weird headspaces sometimes where I'm just like, I feel really insecure about like where I am at in life. I don't know. I just feel like I'm but I'm trying to talk about it openly because sometimes I just tend to hold everything in, and that is not good. And yeah, I know therapy is probably a good option, but maybe one day. But I don't know. I tend to hold a lot of these feelings in, and that, you know, they go away, but they don't actually go away. They just like you stuff them down and then they always come back. So, cuz I did journal today. I did journal today about like how I'm feeling and just trying to be, trying to be more present. I'm always so future focused. Like, and like I'm always just I didn't realize how like because I talked about it the last few years. I've just been where like I watched like my past two like end of the year videos and I've just been on like autopilot. That was my biggest like takeaway from those 2 years, and I was like, oh yeah, that's makes sense. I always say I'm gonna be more present, but then I always end up just like disassociating and just going into autopilot. So I'm just trying to be more present. I don't know. I tend to just like, I don't know why either. I don't know why I just like, I slip into this just like fight or flight mode. And then I just like kind of just like am on like autopilot where I'm just like, I don't feel anything. Yeah. So I'm just trying to be more present. Just be there. Like, just kind of be like, hey man. Just kind of like holding. It's gonna sound cringe, but like just kind of like holding my hand and being like, hey man, I got you. I'm here. Like, we're still here. And that does help calm me down sometimes because God, it's so easy for me to spiral. It's so easy. I spiral into like the depression so easily, and it's really scary. It's really scary sometimes because yeah, like and that's why like I gotta keep an eye on things because I'm like, ooh boy, I didn't realize like I can really just like slip away really easily, and it's like, oh boy, this is actually something I gotta keep an eye on because it, yeah. And that's another thing is like I just sometimes I feel like with being like a guy, it's really hard to like be vulnerable sometimes. Not that I'm like, oh, I gotta be tough. I gotta be a man. I gotta be a real man. I fucking hate that saying. I hate that saying. But there is this like feeling I have of like, not that I'm afraid to look weak. It's just like, especially opening up to like other men, I'm like, oh, I can't do that. I don't know. There's something about like where men don't know how to be vulnerable with each other. And that's something that I'm missing in my life is just like male friendships where you are vulnerable with each other. Yeah. That is something that I would like to have in my life. But that's like kind of like I'm getting into the wishful thinking. I need to stay in reality. I don't know. That's just something that I've noticed is that like it's why I have trouble making friends with guys is because I'm like a lot of the guys I've met in my life of like are like just like the I don't know. It's just like maybe I'm just not looking in the right places, but like it's just every guy I meet is just like a douchebag and just I don't know. I'm being judgmental. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, self-worth. Yeah. I don't know. It's just I've been having a lot of like yeah. I've just been having so much like just like sadness and like obviously loneliness obviously I've just been, because I hate, I've just been, because I feel it's like, yeah. See, I'm doing it again where I just like, I kind of just like, I close up and I just don't know when to speak up. Yeah. Because I have found, like, I do know, like, I know what works for me. I know what, like, that, like, oh, it's like, oh, when I just do the things that, like, I like and do the things that make me happy, maybe not everybody will agree with them, but I don't know. There's always, like, this shame I have of, like, man, I suck. I'm the worst. And then it's just a spiral of, like, criticizing myself. Like, even just, like, on my birthday. Like, I felt great. I just felt really good. And I don't know. That's what I want in my life, is just to, like, that's what I want in my life, is just, like, peace. I grew up in a household. I grew up in a very chaotic and, like, dysfunctional environment. And that's why, like, I never really cared about, like, grades. I never really thought about college, growing up. It's like all I've ever wanted in my life is just, like, peace. Not like the peace, love, and positivity. Just like I just want, like, stability. I just want, like, peace in my life, And I think that's why, like, I struggle with anxiety, is, like, I always expect things to take a turn for the worse. I always expect, like, something terrible to happen, and it's like, I think a lot of that just stems from, like, trauma. I think a lot of that just stems from, like, experiencing a lot of, like, traumatic things in my life. Not saying that I'm not trying to compare. I'm not trying to say I've been through worse than everybody else. No, I'm just saying it's like, oh, that makes sense. It does make sense. Oh God. Because that's all I've really cared about, is just like, God, it's just like, it just sucks when you just, like, I just want, like, peace in my life. Because again, I know life is not all about pleasure and, what's the word? Hedonism? I don't know. It's not all about pleasure, but I just want, like, peace in my life. I don't know. I'm tired of just, like, the constant, just, like, chaos and, like, drama and dysfunction in my life. I just want all of that to go away. And I just want peace in my life. And I know some people will call me selfish for that, and sure, whatever. But I don't know. I just want, like, yeah. Because I feel like you are who you surround yourself with, and I've kind of realized it's like, I'm not really surrounded by, like, the best. I don't really surround myself with, like, the greatest people. Well, and that's the thing, is, like, a lot of, like, a lot of, like, because I don't really, I don't get out much. I don't really, I don't really get out of the house much. I don't really like, but a lot of like the dysfunction and chaos comes from work, comes from my job, and I guess it's just about disengaging from it and just not just yeah, but yeah, that's something that I would like to get better at, is just like maintaining my peace, which I know sounds very cliche, but that is something that I would like it to have, like to maintain in my life, is just my peace and like my protect my peace. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's where I'm going to end this episode though. I don't know how long these are going to be, but yeah, I kind of just rambled, and that's what it's going to be like. But thank you for watching. Yeah, I enjoy talking about these sort of things. It's really nice to just get this stuff off my chest, and yeah. Thank you all. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.